So this is a painting that I went over after asking whether or not I should go over it. And it was the one that had the letters NX in it, which means divine. So I'll link that to this one later. As usual, like, it's not clear what the meaning is, but there's definitely obviously some images and some letters and things that have come through. So there's something to work with. And usually what I do is I'll just leave that. I won't research it. And then as I'm reading or looking at other things, I'll come across it. So that saves me spending hours trying to decipher this stuff. So there's this green figure off to the left, green, I guess, associated with the land and the earth. And there's, and what I thought of this was an R and a D. And when I looked that up, that in hieroglyphics is leg. But then I thought, actually, this looks more like a bag, like a handbag. And that represents the sky and the earth together. So like this idea of the cosmos. To the right of that is a rabbit figure that actually looks like it's got either a long tongue or it's speaking. And then there's this bird with another smaller bird at the front, again, sort of almost emerging from the mouth, almost like speaking is a form of creation. And then off to the right-hand side is this sort of like golden energy. I can't quite say what figure that is, although it does look like it has got horns. But there's an M or a micro symbol, and then the symbol for pi, pi being like Pi or Pe, which was a god in an area in Egypt associated with the sun. There's another rabbit down here. Again, it comes back to this idea of the hare being a symbol for I am, as well as other things that I haven't found yet. There's some random squiggles here. I couldn't find what this one at the bottom meant, the line with the what looks a bit like a snake on top, but I'd have a feeling that does mean something, and so does this sort of upward arrow thing. Then there's this female character riding either a motorbike or a horse really fast because she's blowing like lots of smoke energy at this guy sort of stood with his hands in his pockets. But he does have this symbol in his face, which I have seen before. It's almost like a vase or a cup or a pot, with, I don't know what these two lines represent. And then up here are these random symbols. This one does represent the sun, I believe, or Ra or Ray. There's sort of like two plus signs and then a Shen or Omega symbol, another plus sign and then an E. So it may or may not mean anything specific. And like I say, there's some more random squiggles down here. So I'm sure that'll come out, like what it means. I don't spend hours like researching what it means because I think that would be too time consuming. Like as I read or come across materials, usually it becomes clearer, or the symbols will repeat in another picture, and so then I start to see what they mean in that picture and it becomes clearer again. So hopefully you find that interesting at least. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe.